We all expect that when we turn on our faucet, we'll get safe, clean water. Well, of course we will. But have you ever wondered where that water comes from? For Kittery Water District, our environmentally protected ponds are located deep in the woods at the base of Mount Agamenicus, surrounded by pine and granite, away from everything that may contaminate or compromise the source. These pristine protected water sources are Folly Pond, Middle Pond, Bolter Pond, and Belmarsh Reservoir. So how does the water go from here to here? And what is the process in between? Why are Kittery's water sources in York? Because they were originally owned by Portsmouth brewer Frank Jones and the Agamenicus Water Company. The Kittery Water Department was chartered by the state of Maine and given permission to acquire the assets of the company in 1907. The towns of Elliott and York were added in 1909 and 1911. By the way, the original water source was only Folly Pond, or Folly Brook as it was called before it was dammed. As demand increased, Middle and Bolter Ponds and Belmarsh Reservoir were added. To the average person, you and me, when we think of how something is processed, like the water we drink, we often think that it must be a highly complex process. Well, to us, it is. But actually, drinking water treatment is remarkably simple. The basic process has been around for a very long time. It all starts with gravity. Folly Pond flows into Middle Pond, and Belmarsh Reservoir flows into Bolter Pond, adjacent to the processing plant in York. The raw water continues through pipes to the water treatment plant, but before it enters the plant, the water flows into a raw water vault, which is underground. There are 2 raw water vaults at our plant. The vaults are operated one at a time. It's at this stage, before the raw water goes into the plant, that lime and alum, or aluminum sulfate, are injected. Why? Lime improves taste and smell. It purifies and eliminates cloudiness. Lime also raises the pH. Alum is added to balance the pH. It also has other very important uses, which I'll explain. Once lime and alum are added, the water goes into a static mixer inside the plant. The mixer mixes the lime and alum and starts to form a flock. What is flock? Flocks are clusters of solids or impurities in raw water. Flocks are attracted to the alum by clumping. The alum works to remove the clumped solids and particles from the water using sedimentation or filtration. Then, the water goes through a sed basin and slows down as it goes through 2 flocculators where the sediment and suspended solids are removed. All of this is done before the water gets to the middle of the plant. On the back of the sediment basin is a weir, and it's taking the top layer of water off. That layer is checked and analyzed 24/7 to make sure the chemistry is correct. By this point, most of the organics have been removed. What little remains is further filtered out. As the water flows out into the filters, it goes through a series of portholes and onto the rapid sand filters. From there, the water goes into an effluent channel on each one of the filters. By this time, the water is clean. Nothing has been added. State regulations require there has to be enough chlorine, so there is at least a trace in the water at the end of the system. After that, the water falls into another effluent channel where chlorine and phosphates are added. At this point, more lime may be added to raise the pH. The treatment process is the same as is used throughout most of Maine and the country. The water is tested no less than 3 times per day. The plant operates 24/7 and is controlled and monitored by a computer system, as well as numerous water quality tests throughout the treatment process. There is always a state of Maine certified water treatment operator available either on site or on call 24 hours per day. Through the computer system, the process can be controlled and monitored off-site as well. Another safety feature is that Kittery Water District has an arrangement with the town of York that if for some reason we do not have enough water, York helps out and vice versa. The plant treats an average of 2,613 gallons of water per day. After that, it's on to the pumping station, where pumps send the water to the water mains, holding tanks in Kittery and Elliott, and then into your homes. Turn on your faucet, and you have delicious, clean drinking water. It's all state-of-the-art technology and skilled water treatment experts. While that's going on, the office management and staff keep the business side on track, residents notified about water department construction and updates, and making sure all customers are satisfied all the time. Public meetings are held ensuring transparency and collaboration in their operations. The district is governed by a board of 5 elected trustees, whose monthly meetings are open to the public, further ensuring transparency. The district manages a comprehensive water infrastructure, including dams, treatment plants, water mains, pumping stations, standpipes, and fire hydrants. They're also committed to protecting natural resources and the watershed to ensure sustainable water management. For example, one of the more interesting sites out at Belle Marsh are what look like geysers. The overflow water goes into a small brook. The system oxygenates the water to keep a thriving fish population healthy. There are also well-marked trails throughout the watershed. The trail system is adjacent to the Mount Agamenicus Trail System, where you can head to the summit to enjoy breathtaking views. As the mission statement says, Kittery Water District is committed to supplying high-quality water and ensuring fire protection. They focus on best practices in water system construction, maintenance, treatment, and watershed management. They also focus on forest management and keeping the areas around the ponds healthy. Their values emphasize the health, safety, and welfare of their customers, as well as the professional development and safety of their employees. They take the business of clean water and environmental stewardship seriously. For more, go to our website. Scan the QR code here or type kitterywater.org.